Haven's light disappearance. The Vanishing Beam. In the heart of a tempest, Haven's Cove lost its guiding light, and with it, a man sworn to protect it. For decades, the lighthouse had stood as a sentinel against the fury of the sea, its beam piercing through the darkest nights to guide ships safely to shore. But on this night, as the storm raged with unrelenting fury, the light faltered, then vanished. The keeper, a man of quiet dedication and unshakable resolve, disappeared without a trace. What began as a routine storm would unravel into a decades-old mystery, buried beneath tides and time. The journal, lost to the sea, would become the first thread in a tapestry of obsession, fear, and a disappearance that defied logic. This journal, its pages swollen with seawater and time, held secrets that would shake the foundations of Haven's Cove. Its cryptic sketches and haunting phrases hinted at a mind unraveling under the weight of unseen forces. Asterisk, they're watching from below, asterisk. A chilling refrain that would echo through the investigation, raising more questions than answers. Who were they? What lay beneath the cove's tranquil surface? And what had the keeper discovered that cost him his life? Expert.
The salt patterns on these boots, they don't match the tide cycles. Someone moved them after the storm.
The boots, crusted with salt and time, told a story of their own. The forensic team's analysis revealed inconsistencies that defied explanation. The salt pattern suggested the boots had been moved, tampered with, after the storm. But by whom? And why? The rusted key, its teeth worn smooth by years of use, hinted at a locked door or perhaps a hidden chamber. And the photograph, faded and water-stained, captured the keeper in a rare moment of repose, his eyes fixed on something just beyond the frame. What had he seen in those final days? What secrets had he uncovered that someone was desperate to keep hidden? Welcome back to True Crime Spectrum, where we navigate the darkest tides of unsolved history. Tonight, we dive into a case where every wave hides a secret, and every secret drowns in doubt. The disappearance of the lighthouse keeper is more than a mystery. It's a riddle wrapped in the fog of time, a puzzle with pieces scattered across decades. As we peel back the layers of this enigma, we'll uncover a story of obsession, betrayal, and a truth so dark it threatens to consume us all. Was the keeper's disappearance a tragic accident, or a meticulously plotted vanishing act? Last time on Asterisk, Haven's Light Asterisk, a journal's cryptic warnings and forensic contradictions hinted at a truth darker than the storm itself. The keeper's disappearance was no accident. It was a carefully orchestrated vanishing act designed to bury secrets beneath the waves. Tonight, we unmask the faces behind the fog. The journal's pages, filled with frantic scribbles and haunting sketches, point to a conspiracy that stretches far beyond the lighthouse. The tide chart, marked with red X's, suggests a pattern, a rhythm to the keeper's movements in his final days. But what was he tracking? And who was tracking him? His final entry, asterisk, they're here. The tunnels aren't sealed, asterisk, these words, scrawled in a trembling hand, would become the cornerstone of the investigation. The keeper knew something so dangerous it cost him his life. But what lay in those tunnels? And who were they? The shadow that flickered on the wall behind him, was it a trick of the light or something far more sinister? The keeper's journal hints at a presence, an unseen force that watched, waited, and struck when the time was right. Detective.
Everyone here has a motive, but only one has map.
The suspects emerge from the fog, each with their own secrets, their own lies. The marine biologist, a recluse with a vendetta against the Coast Guard, had access to the tunnels beneath the cove. The retired diver, linked to rumored smuggling operations, knew the coastline like the back of his hand. And the keeper's estranged brother, last seen arguing over inheritance, had a motive as old as time: greed. But only one of them held the key, a map that could unlock the secrets of the tunnels. The question is, who? The town of Haven's Cove, once a quiet fishing village, is now a powder keg of suspicion and fear. The keeper's disappearance has torn the community apart, pitting neighbor against neighbor, friend against friend. The town hall meeting, a cacophony of accusations and denials, reveals the depth of the divide. He wouldn't just leave. One woman cries, her voice trembling with anger and grief. Someone knows. But who? And what are they hiding? Even the children feel the weight of the mystery. A simple crayon drawing, scrawled by a child's hand, captures the essence of the tragedy. The lighthouse, its beam extinguished, and a figure falling from the top. Is it a premonition? A memory? Or simply the imagination of a child grappling with the unknown? Whatever the case, it's a chilling reminder that the truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered. Beneath the cove's tranquil surface lies a labyrinth of tunnels, some natural, some man-made, and all shrouded in mystery. These tunnels, carved by centuries of relentless tides, have long been the subject of local legend. Some say they were used by smugglers to evade the Coast Guard. Others whisper of darker purposes, secret meetings, hidden treasures, and unspeakable rituals. As the divers descend into the abyss, their headlamps illuminate a rusted gate, its hinges corroded by salt and time. Beyond it lies a secret that has remained buried for decades, a secret the keeper died to protect. The shipwreck, its hull encrusted with barnacles and its timbers rotted by time, is a relic of a bygone era. The chest, its lock rusted shut, holds a fortune in gold coins, a treasure that would have made its finder rich beyond imagination. But it's the logbook, its pages brittle and water-stained, that holds the real prize. The final entry, scrawled in a trembling hand, tells of a crew driven mad by something in the tunnels. The crew vanished. The tunnels took them. What horrors lurked in those dark passages? And what connection did they have to the keeper's disappearance? Expert.
This shipwreck ties directly to the lighthouse keeper's journal. He wasn't just a keeper, he was a hunter of secrets.
The retired diver, a man who knew the cove's secrets better than anyone, died under suspicious circumstances just weeks after the keeper vanished. His death was ruled an accident, but the investigators aren't so sure. As the gravediggers exhume his body, the camera lingers on the coffin, its wood warped and splintered by time. What secrets does it hold? And why was the diver so desperate to keep them buried? Detective.
He claimed to know nothing, but his death certificate says otherwise.
The map, its edges frayed and its ink faded, is a puzzle waiting to be solved. The forensic team pieces it together, revealing a hidden chamber beneath the lighthouse, a chamber that could hold the key to the mystery. But unlocking its secrets won't be easy. The tunnels are treacherous, their walls slick with algae and their passages narrow and winding. And then there's the question of who else knows about the chamber. The keeper's journal warned of whoever they are, they're watching. And they're waiting. The hidden chamber. This chamber wasn't just a hiding place, it was a workshop for secrets. The air is thick with the scent of mildew and decay, the walls lined with shelves crammed with artifacts, rusted tools, yellowed maps, and a dusty journal that seems to pulse with hidden knowledge. The keeper's journal hinted at this place, but nothing could have prepared the investigators for what they found. This was no ordinary chamber. It was a repository of the cove's darkest history, a place where the past and present collided in a symphony of secrets. The keeper's double life comes into sharp focus as the flashbacks reveal his clandestine activities. He wasn't just a keeper, he was a smuggler, a curator of the cove's darkest secrets. The artifacts he smuggled from the shipwreck, gold coins, ancient relics, and fragments of a lost civilization, were worth a fortune. But they came at a price. The shadowy figures he met in the tunnels, their faces obscured by darkness, were not allies. They were predators, and the keeper was their prey. The tunnels are alive, he wrote in his journal. Were the tunnels a metaphor for something more sinister? Or were they, as the locals whispered, a gateway to something beyond human understanding? Expert.
He wasn't just a keeper. He was a curator of the cove's darkest history.
The marine biologist, a recluse with a mind as sharp as the cliffs she studies, knows more than she's letting on. Her cryptic warning, "The tunnels don't forgive," hints at a deeper truth, one she's reluctant to share. Is she protecting herself? Or is she protecting the cove from a truth too dangerous to reveal? The investigators press her, but she remains evasive, her eyes darting to the shadows as if expecting someone or something to emerge. Detective.
She knows more than she's saying, but so does everyone else.
In Haven's Cove, silence is a currency, and everyone's paying their dues. The locals, once friendly and open, now avoid the investigators like the plague. Whispers fill the air, but no one speaks above a murmur. Old photographs, their edges curling with age, are tossed into the fire, their secrets lost to the flames. What are they hiding? And why are they so afraid? The keeper's disappearance has cast a long shadow over the cove, and the darkness is only growing deeper. The conspiracy unfolds. The deeper we dig, the darker the secrets become. The marine biologist's disappearance is no coincidence. It's a warning. Her lab, once a sanctuary of scientific inquiry, is now a crime scene. The cryptic note she left behind, "The tunnels don't forgive," echoes in the investigators' minds as they piece together the fragments of the conspiracy. The smuggling ring, its roots buried deep in the cove's history, is more than a criminal enterprise. It's a web of lies, betrayal, and murder. And at its center lies the lighthouse keeper, a man who knew too much and paid the ultimate price. Detective.
She's running from something. Or someone. But who?
The betrayal. He's hiding something. The question is, what? Family ties can bind, or they can strangle. The keeper's brother, his face twisted with anger, confronts him over the treasure map. "You think you can keep this to yourself?" He snarls, his voice dripping with venom. The keeper, his eyes filled with fear, tries to reason with him, but the brother is beyond reason. The map, its edges frayed and its ink faded, is more than a piece of paper. It's a symbol of greed, betrayal, and the darkness that lurks in the human heart. The final reckoning. The brother's cryptic confession, "I didn't mean for it to go this far," hints at a truth too painful to bear. But the truth, no matter how dark, must come to light. The final reckoning. In the end, the truth was as dark as the tunnels themselves. The brother, his face twisted with rage and desperation, tries to escape, but there's nowhere to run. The lighthouse, its beam extinguished, looms over him like a specter of judgment. As he falls from the cliffs, his scream echoes through the cove, a haunting reminder of the cost of greed and betrayal. The truth, buried beneath the waves, is finally revealed, but at what cost? Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until our next investigation, stay vigilant and never stop seeking the truth.